To the event of the 70th anniversary celebrations of His Majesty the King's accession to the throne. I'm really happy to present my word of the love of the King. I'm a very lucky person to be born in Thailand and to be Thai people. And our King himself, he is actually give us a very good example of the hard working, okay, and to do good for the country. And myself, right now, I'm serving as a professor in university and working as a scientist to find and search for the drug for the people. And I'm going to say that, to help the country and the King, I'm going to work as best as I can and as hard as I can to bring and to generate a drug that Thai people can access. Long live the King.
สวัสดีค่ะ Thank you for joining us on Newsline. We are broadcasting live on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88 and on NBT World. It's Friday, June 3rd, and you're with me, Thratira Kosan. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story, the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives has reported that the impact of the dry season has been less severe than previously expected, thanks to the government's preparedness. Agriculture and Cooperatives Minister General Chatchai Sari Kanya called a meeting with relevant agencies to discuss the progress of drought management programs from 2016 to 2017. Before submitting a report to the Cabinet. The meeting found that most of the aid programs have proceeded according to plan and achieved the intended results. Nearly 20.7 billion baht, or 63% of the ministry's drought relief budget, has been dispersed. More than 8,000 programs initiated by local communities were greenlit with a budget of 4.5 billion baht. Despite the unusually long dry season, the impact of the drought on the country has been less serious than that of last year, owing to the government's preparations and assistance measures for drought-stricken areas. Water management of the 4 main reservoirs along the Chao Phraya River also proved efficient. The Agriculture and Cooperatives Minister instructed relevant bodies to compile a report detailing the results of their drought relief programs, problems found during the operations, as well as suggestions for future projects. The report will then be forwarded to the Cabinet. The Department of Environmental Quality Promotion, in hand with retail malls, has held a seminar on the environmental impact of plastic bags in order to raise awareness and reduce the use of plastic bags to combat global warming. Natural Resources and Environment Minister General Surasak Kanchanarat delivered a keynote address at the seminar where he revealed that Thailand has been able to reduce its plastic bag usage by 43 million over the past year. The minister said that Thailand should pay special attention to addressing environmental concerns, given its role as chair of the G77 developing nations and party to the agenda set at 2015 United Nations Climate Change Conference to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 20 to 25% by the year 2030. General Surasak said his ministry will campaign to raise awareness on the use of plastic bags with the goal of reducing consumption by 88 million bags by December 5th of 2016. The campaign goal is a tribute to His Majesty the King, who is currently 88 years old and was born on December 5, 1927. The National Legislative Assembly, or NLA, has approved in principle the draft amendment of the Corrections Act. Justice Minister General Phaiboon Khumchaya explained that in its current form, the Corrections Act is considered outdated and does not reflect the country's policies of criminal prosecution. He also stated that the current law lacks certain provisions, as a result does not conform to international practices related to the treatment of inmates and the operations of related officers. Members of the legislature debated the draft and agreed with the principles and the rationale behind the proposal, while presenting various suggestions that they believe will further refine the law. The NLA voted 158 to none, with 3 abstentions, to approve the draft before scheduling a 15-day amendment period within the next 60 days. In our special phone interview today with Commander Piyanan Kaomani, a Plan and Policy Officer at the Command Center to Combat Illegal Fishing, or CCCIF, we will talk about the closure of the Gulf of Thailand and the Center's recent efforts to stamp out illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. สวัสดีค่ะ Commander Piyanan.
สวัสดีครับ คุณคาน
How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, very well. Thank you very much.
All right. The Department of Fisheries has implemented a seasonal fishing closure of the upper Gulf of Thailand, banning all kinds of fishing activities in this area. Could you talk about the reason behind the seasonal closure?
Yes, the reason for seasonal closure of the upper half of Gulf of Thailand was that usually during the period from June to August every year, it is a spawning season for marine life in the Gulf of Thailand, especially the short-body mackerel, or we know as platu in Thailand. So in order to give fish stock to recover and fishermen can catch a larger fish at a greater amount, the Department of Fishery imposed a temporary ban to fish in this area every year. The result of studies conducted by the Department of Fishery found that after a seasonal ban, the size of caught short-body mackerel was significantly larger, from 12 to 15 centimeters. And in terms of commercial value, the catch increased in value from 94 million baht to approximately 400 million baht each year. And that is the reason.
Now, what about the details of the closure itself, so the fishermen understand what exactly to do and not to do?
Yep. For this year, the Department of Fishery has organized a seasonal closure of the upper half of Gulf of Thailand for 2 months, from the period of the 1st of June to the 31st of July. The area covers Prachuap Khiri Khan, Phetchaburi, Samut Songkhram, Samut Sakhon, Bangkok, Samut Prakan, Cha Cheong Sao, and Chonburi, approximately 5,000 square meters. The ban includes the fishing vessel deploying the first seine net, surrounding net, trawls, and anchovy net. However, the gears that are allowed to fish during the ban are krill push net and outboard trawler, smaller than 14 meters. The CCCIF, Department of Fishery, and Task Forces of Thailand Maritime Enforcement Coordinating Center jointly organized patrol boats to surveillance the area and strictly enforcing the ban. If fishermen are to be found illegally fishing during the ban, they will be subject for a fine of 5,000 to 10,000 baht, or a jail sentence of no longer than 1 year or both. The center therefore urges the fishermen to comply with the ban, and thank you very much in advance for the cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for clarifying the rules and regulations of the closure of the upper Gulf of Thailand. That was Commander Piyanan Kaomani of the Command Center for Combat Illegal Fishing, or CCCIF. Thank you. Taking a look now at other news, a minister to the Prime Minister's office, Hmom Hluong Panada Diskun, has visited Ubon Ratchathani province to follow up on water management at Pak Moon Dam. The Deputy Prime Minister chaired a meeting of relevant central government committees, provincial committees, and the Ubon Ratchathani governor to address water management at Pak Moon Dam, as well as the construction of a fish ladder and compensation for those affected by the dam. The meeting surveyed the vicinity of the dam and consulted with relevant stakeholders and agencies in order to formulate an action plan. The government is promoting a special economic zone in the eastern province of Sa Kaeo, hoping to attract at least 5 billion baht worth of investment in 2017. At a seminar on investment promotion in the Sa Kaeo SEZ, Industry Minister Achakasi Bunrung stated that the government is determined to turn the area into a hub for investment. A budget has been prepared for the improvement of basic infrastructure to accommodate potential investors. She added that a one-stop service center will be set up to facilitate traders conducting business with neighboring countries. The Board of Investment is also offering both tax and non-tax incentives to investors of 23 industries. Those industries include agricultural processing, textiles and garments, and electrical appliances and electronics. Last year, investment capital in the Sa Kaeo Special Economic Zone exceeded 20 billion baht. Another 10 billion baht is expected this year. Next year, the government has targeted at least 5 billion baht in investment. Representatives from Xinhua News Agency, the official media organization of the People's Republic of China, have visited the headquarters of the Government Public Relations Department, or PRD, in Bangkok. Welcoming the Xinhua representatives were PRD Director General Apinan Chantarangsi and the department's top officials. The diplomatic trip started on May 30th and will conclude on June 6. Mr. Apinan explained the role of the PRD in providing news, information services, and reporting on the government's achievements and policies. He also highlighted the agency's wide coverage on both television and radio broadcasting. Ms. Liu Jing, Deputy Director of Jiangxi Bureau of Xinhua, applauded the PRD's efforts in presenting news with swiftness and accuracy, while fostering relations with international news agencies, including Xinhua. The Deputy Director was also impressed with Thai news agencies for implementing the latest technology in their operations. She said the main objectives of the visit include observing the operations of Thailand's news agencies, including NBT World, while finding out which Chinese programs Thailand is interested in. The Thai officials replied that the kingdom is eager to learn more about Chinese lifestyles and agricultural affairs. Meanwhile, Mr. Apinan commented on the direction of future collaboration in terms of media between Xinhua News Agency and the PRD.
Officials from both sides exchanged various information about public relations affairs. We also tightened cooperation on presenting news. There is a good chance that we will send our officials to observe operations of Xinhua News Agency.
Melon is one of less water-intensive crops that could be the answer to Thailand's recent drought. Our correspondent Kun Sutichat Den Priktham brings us the story of one farmer in Chonburi who takes full advantage of the melon.
Water shortage are a major problem for the agricultural sector everywhere in Thailand. Here in Chonburi, however, one farmer stands aloof despite the drought severely affect the rest of the people in the region. Welcome to the Lotdam Melon Farm. The Lotdam Melon Farm is a state-of-the-art agricultural center which produces melon, known as high-yield agricultural product, but one that is also much less demanding of water, making them an ideal crop in the drought situation where the water supply for agricultural use is limited. The Lotdam Melon Farm is also the shining star of the Chonburi agricultural industry, and has thus received a warm welcome to the area by the local government.
We found this farm to be very productive. Kun Pisek, the owner of this farm, is a very modern farmer who used modern technique and technology to facilitate his farming facility. We hope to make this farm a major attraction to our province in the future.
Melon farming system can be both sophisticated and demanding. The plants are automatically watered via water container and a small tube connected directly to the soil. These are computerized and electronically controlled. Pollination also needs to be done by hand, which intensifies the manual labor need for farming operation. The result is well worth it, however, with the melon performing well in drought and yielding a high-value, delicious fruit.
I like to share my knowledge with another person, okay? I don't need them to make a melon farm same like me, but they can use our technology, our knowledge to develop their farm, okay? Include the marketing channel, something like that.
The Ladda Melon Farm is also a learning center for many farmers to study various subjects from farming techniques to business management. The Ladda Melon Farm model should be of great benefit to the farmer in the region. Sutisha Denpritham reporting for NBT World.
Khao Keo Zoo has welcomed 2 newborn female blue wildebeests. The zoo veterinarians have confirmed that both of them are healthy and strong. The 2 baby wildebeests born in captivity can be seen in the African zone at Khao Keo Zoo. Their births are also coincided with the zoo's 38th anniversary on June 1st. The babies were able to stand and even run in just minutes after they were born. Currently, they are in accommodations with other African species such as zebras and antelopes. Khao Keo Zoo has invited children to visit the zoo to see the newborns. Blue wildebeests have 2 big horns on their head like Thai buffaloes. They have small bodies and they often move around in a large herd of 80 to 100 in their home country of South Africa. And that's the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. Up next, in the Austin News segment, we bring a special report from Austin Sustainable Energy Week 2016. But first, let's take a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
The drought often hits. Here comes the flood. Since nature has changed. But if we understand, smart irrigation can solve. Smart irrigation for food security. Zero hunger. See you there.
Michael here in wonderful Thailand to ask, given all the latest news, what do you think you know about Thailand? Looks like it's still business as usual, chilling out. Maybe grab some of the local food and check out the Thai scene. Perhaps partying a little bit with friends.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. The Asian Sustainable Energy Week 2016 got underway on June 1st and will conclude tomorrow on June 4th at Biotech Bang Na in Bangkok. Our correspondent Kun Naag Rojana Suwan has more.
The ASEAN Sustainable Energy Week 2016 showcases the latest and the most comprehensive technologies and equipment related to the renewable energy, the environment, and energy efficiency. The event is also served as a venue for discussions about implementation of related energy policy in ASEAN.
3, 2, 1.
The 4-day event is highlighted by exhibitions on green technology and innovations in alternative energy, ranging from commercial solar panels to hydropower generators to the latest in biodiesel engines. One of the feature exhibitors, Advanced Marine Energy, is Thailand's leading provider of barge-mounted hydroelectric generators. Advanced Marine Energy disclosed the company's strategy to contribute to Thailand's renewable energy development.
AME is providing energy that's derived from the kinetic flows of rivers, primarily in Thailand now, but in other countries as well. So we use the moving water to create the electricity that is then put into the grid of either PEA or EGAT. What we are planning for the future is that we will put in 20 megawatts of machinery over this next 12 months. These machines will provide the energy 24 hours a day. The machine that we have at the moment is in its final stage of commercialisation, and then the machines will then be put in under a contracted period to provide that energy. What we're needing at the moment is greater recognition by the Thai authorities.
Meanwhile, Dr. Tawarat Sudabut, Director General of the Energy Policy and Planning Office, elaborated on his agency's plan to incorporate what he called smart management in city administration, energy storage, and low-carbon transportation.
At the moment, we are assigned to do new policies, including, which is a smart policy, I would say. This would include a smart city, energy smart grid, energy storage, and electric vehicles. We would integrate that in a bundle manners in which we encourage project real estate developer and city planner to plan their own city in a smart manner, including the infrastructure on energy and the IT infrastructure. The target is to reduce the greenhouse gas by increasing the renewable energy share within that city. We try to launch this program within the next few months.
In Thailand กราบเรียนท่านประธานในพิธีนะคะท่านรัฐมนตรีว่าการกระทรวงพลังงาน
Those interested can also attend over 100 international conferences, seminars, and presentations by leading companies and world-class speakers, as well as scholars and researchers from 40 countries around the world.
In steam boilers, electric boilers.
The future of sustainable energy in this region looks brighter than ever as the members of ASEAN and the world come together to discuss possible ways to secure sustainable energy and implement green technology. And Akrojin Asuwan reporting.
And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. For any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.mpt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook. Just simply type in NNT or check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/en. And we're going to say goodbye now with footage from a zoo in Belgium where a giant panda has given birth to a baby boy. I'm Pra Thirakosan. Have a wonderful day. Sawasdee ka.